The Jewel of Kedah. Surrounded by the emerald green waters of the Andaman Sea lies a tropical island blanketed in lush green rainforest, where Mother Nature has taken it upon herself to perfectly combine the beauties of both land and sea into one jaw-dropping paradise. Located just off the western coast of peninsular Malaysia in the district of Kedah, Langkawi is nothing short of a postcard destination guaranteed to deliver only the best in Insta-Worthy selfies. And although this island has beauty tucked away behind every corner, today I'm going to show you the top 5 locations you need to selfie your pretty face into when you come to Langkawi. I will list these in order, starting with number 5, working our way towards number 1. Number 5 is still amazing. But stick around to the end because I did save the best for last, and you best believe it is worth it. Number 5 on that list is one that's going to be well known to anyone who has ever visited Langkawi in the past, and that is Chenang Beach, also known as Pantai Chenang. Chenang Beach is not only free to enter, but it is also located directly beside the most popular tourist hub on the entire island, where you can find resorts, shops, restaurants, and duty-free everything, but it is also a westward-facing beach, meaning this beach is conveniently pointed directly towards one of the most beautiful sherbet orange ice cream sunsets you will ever witness in your entire life.
It's on pain in my ass.
So every night around supper time, you're going to want to grab your beach blanket and an orange sherbet ice cream and head down to find your spot to sit on the silky white sand of Chenang Beach and get ready to blow up everybody's Instagram with glowing orange pictures of your ice cream covered face as you frolic around in the sand like a newborn baby water buffalo after his first mud bath. Moving right along, next on the list is number 4. Located about 25 minutes east of Chenang Beach on the opposite side of the island, in Langkawi's capital known as Kua, here you will find 2 very large and iconic landmarks that can be spotted from far and wide, especially at night. First is the Maha Tower, derived from the Malay word Maha, meaning the Almighty. The Maha Tower is almighty indeed, soaring at a whopping 138 meters tall. Located right beside the ocean, it has a stunning view of the crystal clear waters and the surrounding islands, especially if you head up 33 floors to the sky deck, which has a glass floor, and just a few floors below that, a seating area with lounge. It's a pretty impressive structure in the daylight, but just wait till dark. The entire tower gets completely lit from top to bottom, kind of like tourists during happy hour on 2-for-1 cocktail night. I highly recommend visiting this location in the day and the night to optimize your Instagram selfie variety. Daytime, nighttime. And just a short drive away, you will find my favorite Langkawi icon, Big Bird. Kidding. Located at Datan Lang, or Eagle Square, and marked with this huge silver sundial, lies a massive 12-meter statue of a reddish-brown colored eagle which depicts the name Langkawi, derived from the Malay words halang meaning eagle and kawi meaning Kawasaki. I mean, reddish-brown. I'm kidding. Kawi actually means reddish-brown, not Kawasaki. Believe it or not. Hence the 36-foot-tall pterodactyl-sized Big Bird. I mean, eagle. Eagle. That's what I meant. I really gotta get my birds figured out. Anyways, your Instagram selfies here are going to be beautiful in both day and night because it is an amazing location. And for all the bucket listing ladies out there who can't wait to check off got a photo with world's biggest bird from their bucket list, well, now your dream is about to come true. You're welcome. You guys are weird. Next is number 3, and you are going to have to work for this one. This one has plenty of amazing Insta-worthy spots, but 2 stand out far above the rest. And the place I'm talking about is known locally as Gunung Machincang, or Mount Machincang, the summit hike, and Talaga Tujuh, or the 7 Wells waterfall, which is located near the base of Mount Machincang. Putting in the work and climbing the 2 to 2.5 hour trail to the summit of Mount Machincang will pay dividends to your Instagram selfie game, should you be fortunate enough to have a cloud-free day once you reach the summit. And once you reach the summit of this 701 meter ancient majestic speed bump, you will be able to see for miles, allowing for some of the most epic selfies you will probably ever take. Again, providing there's no clouds, otherwise it will look like you took selfies in a bag of marshmallows. From way up here, you can actually see straight across the mountain peaks to the popular cable car ride, which brings you to the infamous Sky Bridge of Langkawi. And the reason I listed this summit hike as Instagram worthy and I didn't include the cable car or the Sky Bridge is actually for a couple of reasons. First reason being the cost. The cable car lift pass is going to cost you about 128 ringgit per person on the low end. And then you have to pay anything else extra on top of that price. Yes, you may get a cool picture of yourself standing on a sky bridge, but at the end of the day, it's a bridge. Second, you will have to get up early and go there to try and beat the crowds if you are to get any type of pictures without crowds of people in them at all. And yes, you may get a cool picture on the sky bridge if you're lucky, which everybody else already has that's visited Langkawi. So your Instagram originality is not really going to be soaring with a sky bridge picture. Or you may also get a really cool picture inside the cable car, which is basically a glorified and highly overpriced ski lift on steroids, which you can only ride once and then you come back down and the whole ordeal is over in just a few hours for 128 ringgit plus. Or you can take a half day or a whole day, put in some work and hike Mount Machincang to the summit, And along the way, spend hours seeing the beautiful lush green rainforest.
I think I just got bit by a fucking snake.
And potentially give yourself the opportunity to have a once-in-a-lifetime selfie with the dusky leaf monkeys with the bright white rings around their eyes and their little orange babies in the background. You will also get to add another mountain summit to your list of summits if you're a hiker, or an accomplishment off of your bucket list, perhaps summiting your first mountain. From the summit you will get to see basically everything that you can see from inside the cable car or the sky bridge, minus the cost, minus all the people, and minus the headache and the getting up early of trying to beat the crowds to get any pictures at all, which is a big maybe, especially on a busy day. On my summit hike, I arrived at the top with no people at all. There was no one there. I had the entire summit to myself for enough time that I could shoot all my footage before the next person showed up. And in the entire day, I think I passed 5 or 6 people on the entire hike. That's it. You'll also get a great workout in on the hike if you're into exercise and sweating to death and whatnot. And on your way back down, you can stop at the next Instagram-worthy place, which is the 7 Wells Waterfall, or Talaga Tuju. Here you can pop in for a swim in one of the many 7 different pools, hence the name 7 Wells Waterfall. You can stop in here and have a cool-off swim, take breathtaking selfies as you stand on a cantilevered bridge hanging over the top of a cliff with a beautiful cascading waterfalls below your feet. And all of this will cost you a whopping 10 ringgit. 10. That's it. I love that for you. Well, 10 ringgit and some blood, sweat and tears from climbing the mountain, of course. But is it worth it? Absolutely. So for me, Mount Machinchang hike beats the cable car and the sky bridge any day of the week, every day of the week. But that's just me. If you're not into hiking, then by all means take the cable car up to the sky bridge and get some amazing pictures and check out the area. I'm sure it is beautiful. It's just gonna cost you. And if you want to see exactly what it's like to hike Mount Machinchang, I have an entire video which I will link up here for you in the top right corner of your screen, where I break down the entire hike from base to summit with cost, prices, what it's like to hike, everything I run into along the way, and of course my twisted sense of humor, if you enjoy my twisted sense of humor. Which you probably don't. That's okay, because I'm not for everybody. And my mom thinks I'm special. Next on the list is number 2, located along the northern coast of Langkawi and derived from an old legend stating that pirates, prisoners and sailors washed ashore on this beach many years ago. The appropriate name, Sandy Skulls Beach, was given to this little hidden gem. Surrounded by emerald green, crystal clear water and the silkiest of white sand. Sandy Skulls Beach is locally known as Pantai Pasir Tenggara, which I probably pronounced wrong as usual. It's a jaw-dropping location far away from the crowds, where locals and a few of us adventurous tourists like to bask in the sun, swim in the warm clear waters, and have a picnic if you choose. And what a place for your next Insta-selfie! And last but definitely not least, number 1 on the list, and possibly one of the most beautiful wow factor places I have ever been fortunate enough to set foot in my entire life. And to get to this beautiful location, we will be leaving Sandy Skulls Beach and heading east along the northern coast of the island, and heading up this narrow peninsula towards the popular mangrove boat tours. But that's not where we're going. You thought I was gonna take you guys on the mangrove tour, didn't you? Also, I can see you guys staring at my bright orange shirt. I understand it's a little hard to look at, but I have a reason. I just finished the job interview this morning. I'm applying to be a traffic cone, and I feel like I may have got the job. But anyways, back to the drive. We're heading north, up this small, skinny little peninsula. A peninsula so skinny that it makes everyone at the gym who skipped leg day look at it and go, that's some chicken leg peninsula. So anyways, as we pass the mangrove tour, we shall continue heading north up this main road. Don't turn off anywhere. We'll follow the map past the Tanjung Ru Beach, which is a beautiful, white sandy, very popular beach, far away from the busiest of the tourist areas. But as you head all the way towards the northern tip of the Tanjung Ru Beach, we're not going there either. You'll follow around this sharp little left 90-degree turn here on the map, where you will see an entrance with a fence and a couple of little hut buildings going out onto another beach, which looks absolutely amazing. But we're not going there either.
Man, just tell us where to go, man. We just want to find the beach.
But wait, there's more. So as you pull up into this little parking area around the 90-degree turn, if you glance off to your right, you will notice a very little inconspicuous dirt road covered in beach sand wandering on into the jungle. It's basically hidden in plain sight. You can't miss it. And this secret little road will lead you to my number 1 Insta-worthy spot that you must check out when you're in Langkawi. And as you can see here on Google Maps, there are only 2 roads going up this little point of the peninsula. And it also shows on the map that this sandy little area here is the whole beach. It is not. So as you venture down this little sand road, you'll actually notice that there's a bunch of little small paths zigzagging in and out everywhere. But do not worry, because this very narrow, skinny little chicken leg sized peninsula is surrounded by water on 3 sides. So getting lost would be impressive. If you can get lost on here, I will genuinely be impressed. shake your hand from a distance. So no matter which of these little zigzaggy paths you take, you are going to end up on the northern tip of the peninsula because they all point in the same direction. They just go around bushes and rocks and trees. It's just kind of hard to tell when you first get there. But just keep walking north and you'll get there. Now before we get all the way to the end of this road, if you are getting dropped off here with the intention of walking to the beach, if you're wondering, can you walk in there? Or is it a far walk? Or is it a dangerous little walk through the jungle where you probably shouldn't venture into? Then the answer is yes, no, and no. Yes, you can easily walk in, and the walk-in will be quite short, about 5 to 10 minutes maximum. And the path is actually large and pretty wide, even though it zigzags back and forth everywhere. So you're not walking through a tight little goat path where you're worried about sneaky snakes jumping out. I'm a snake. But I must warn you, if you are planning on riding your own scooter in there and you have no bike experience, there's a very good chance you will spend more of your time tipping over in the 6 inches of very soft unrideable beach sand than you will spend upright on your bike. Because if you're not familiar with bikes, road tires that are meant for pavement have zero traction in the sand. They're not like dirt bike tires. However, if you do have experience riding a bike and you already understand this concept, then just stick your feet out, hold on tight and have fun because it's going to be a hell of a ride in. You're going to have a great time. Whichever way you decide to go to get in there, when you get to the end, you will see this little gray hut with a red and blue stripe going around it. It's some sort of a service building. From here you will be able to see that the white sandy beach goes all the way around you. There are trees in the way, but you can see it. Now if you haven't already got your camera out, which you should by now after just filming yourself tip over on your bike in sand 37 times on the way in, then now is the time to get your camera out because the secret hidden gem of Langkawi is now just steps away. Finally. I took you guys on a ride with that one. I like to give details. I don't want to just send you out in the jungle and say, go this way and hope for the best. I've had directions like that before and they don't work. So hopefully these directions will actually get you there. I brought my bike all the way out to the beach because the sand was kind of hard, but now that we're here, I'm going to give you guys a second to enjoy the beauty of this absolutely amazing place. So enjoy. I spent an entire afternoon here on this majestic beach and only saw 3 local fishermen and 2 tourists that entire day. Well, aside from my new friend Jarvis. Who was kind enough to show me around in trade for half my water bottle and a bowl of dog food, which I thought was fair. So anyways, we shared a meal, and about 15 minutes later, after I finished eating the dog food and he finished 2 Kit Kats, a can of Coke and my chicken sandwich, I proceeded to relax and spend the rest of my afternoon kicked back on a white sandy beach, listening to the small waves rippling on the beach from all the local tour boats that were passing between the islands nearby, and capturing some of the most beautiful footage that I've ever been fortunate enough to take. And last but not least, you can kick back on this awkward little crooked rope swing which will toss you around like a rag doll. It kind of feels like being in a car accident. A very warm, tropical car accident. And I was finally able to get that travel magazine, postcard worthy Instagram selfie for that Instagram account that I never used at all. But the picture looks great. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed watching that one as much as I enjoyed filming it. And if you did, please hit the like and subscribe, and we will see you in the next one. Bye. It's a bit of a crooked swing. I'm getting a little seasick, but I like it. He's pretty skinny and in fairly rough shape, this fella. So I think he's living on whatever garbage the random tourists leaves out here and whatever scrap fish is left over from the fishermen. But now he's getting a full belly. Thanks to all the donations we've been getting on the channel to help out these animals. Good boys like this gets to have a big meal today instead of a small meal. Because now we can afford to buy more food. Hey buddy. Now, you want to get some food? Hi. Come here, get some food. Come on. Let's get some food. You're skinny. This is a really skinny fellow, this one. Here, buddy. Have a big old feed. That's a good boy. Here. Yeah, it's okay. Here. Oh, that's a good boy. That's a good boy. It's okay.
Sometimes you just gotta sit with him for a little bit. He's a nice boy. You mean a sniff? Hi, we sniff? It's okay. You go ahead. I'll move it away and let you eat.